Let's try it again. It says upcoming. All right, let's do this one more time. All right, we seem to be okay. All right. All right. Um, hey, Sonia, how are you? Hope things are going well. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. I don't really have anything special planned. I'm just here just to do something. I already got an idea in mind. It's more therapeutic than anything. Okay. All right. Hey, Moose Crazy, how are you? I must say, I really enjoyed your take on doing pours. I learned a lot between you and Doris. Um, the level of pours has come a very long way from when I started. It was like just becoming popular and everything. So it's very nice. Your camera setup seems to be pretty cool. You probably might need a for one of your lights here. You're gonna need a like a filter or a sheer sheet to soften the light that's directly on your face. It's a little bright because it appears to be washed out. But all it takes is just really any sheer sheet. It can be probably for you if you can get something really sheer and either brown or black, and it would cut off such of that harshness on your face. Um, as far as up above, cameras up above, um, same thing. You can either um, point the camera lights at a white sheet of paper or whatever, and let the reflection of that hit your canvas, and that'll take out a lot of glare and all of that. But it's just a suggestion, you know. Hey, Larry, Madonna, how are you? Hey, Cat, eating and lurking, no problem. Mentally, I'm going to be painting and lurking. So I'm going to get a little bit of, oh, let me, on the lower right, I have black, Windsor blue, Hooker's green, cad red, cad yellow, and titanium white. All right. All right. I'm going to dip my little brush into some water here. Just to loosen up the paint, I'll throw a loose sketch in here. All right. And then we're gonna build up stuff from there. Okay. If I feel that the camera's too far away, I will bring it closer. All right. And once again, I'm just sketching out loosely. I'll put a bowl here. It'll look crazy until I finalize what I want it to look like here. Hopefully, I'm not in too much of the way. I think that'll be fine. Okay, that's about all I need to do with that. Hopefully, I keep this interesting enough you guys will stick around. All right, but we'll see. This is 11 by, or I'm sorry, it's 12 by 18. So it's pretty lengthy, vertical wise. I tend to do quite a few of my paintings nowadays like this. I'll switch it up eventually. Okay. And I'm just painting just to paint and chat. I didn't even title. Um, I don't think I just chat and paint. Um, if it warrants the title, I'll do a title a little bit later. I'm taking a 3/4 inch brush. All right, I'm gonna go around the proposed vase. Now, I've taken the colors I used from the last painting. I believe I did. I don't remember. But I'll just put the glycerin. Now, when I coat the paper with, this is watercolor paper. So when I coat the watercolor paper with paint, of course, it has a little seal, a little bond on it. The glycerin will, it will bubble. Okay. It will bubble up. It's still there. It will just bead, but it's fine because it has nowhere to soak in because the paint offers that seal. Because obviously, paper is porous. Okay. I'm just thinking on how I'm going to place things. That's all. Hey, Fatima, how are you? Is this a metallic vase? Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I could have went that direction, sure. Um, Actually, I do have. Let me show you something. Since you mentioned that, I'll show it to you with this iridescent medium. Put it above the light there. I can use this and pour it into any other paint, and it will give that kind of sheen to it. Don't know if I'll do it really with the vase. I mean, I can, but depending on how I do the floral, I might cover most of that up. Who knows? But we'll put it. We'll put the iridescent stuff right here. All right, so we'll see what we'll do with it. Since you mentioned it now, okay. But I'm not really. Let's put the black here. I'm gonna just give me use the black and the blue together. Give me a kind of a dark background here. I'll mix it up. I'll throw glycerin in this just to loosen up the paint. I like heavy bodied acrylic paint because it reminds me of the oil paint I used to play around with. Okay. Then I'll just shell out the shape of the vase. I'll come around here a little bit. And I just want to cover, just um, bring out the base here. Something like that. I'll take a towel, piece of towel here. I'll take it and I'll just kind of smear it. I'll try to keep a little bit of the bottom open a little. That's fine. Yeah, that's cool. Let's take a little bit of green. We'll put it right in here. Touch of white in there. Okay, we'll kind of throw some of that in there around the sides, up in here a little bit. We'll mix it. Pop some around in there. Let's take old tissue and we'll do the same thing. We'll kind of blend it in. The glycerin's only around the bowl really. If it breaks up and does stuff like that, that's fine. All right, that's cool. Like I say, it adds a little interest in all of that. Let's take a little bit more black. I'll mix it in with this stuff. It kind of grays it out a little bit, all right? And we'll put it in here. The reason why it's pretty dark, all right, is because of the floral that might be around in here somewhere. Okay. Something like that. We'll take a little bit more black. We'll plant some around here. Once again, it's just to really shape out and bring out the bowl a little more. this way. I'm pretty rough on my brushes. See, you guys are sharing recipes. Okay, now get rid of that. Okay. I'm gonna take this black, let's add a little more green in it, a little touch of blue. All right, get it pretty deep. Get a little bit of glycerin, we'll put it in there. And we'll shape up some background flowers back there. We'll go thick here and we'll thin it out. Go a little curve there. All right. Like that. And don't be scared to kind of mix them in there. Maybe have one at a curve like that. Just strengthen that. And we'll come out here. Put one this way. We'll put a thicker one out there like that. Just put them in. Just put them in there. You're going to get different shades and tones and all the other stuff going on with it. A little more glycerin. If the paint's a little thick, now keep in mind that there's no glycerin. There's nothing to make this smooth going across here, so you're going to get a little tearing like that. That's all right. Just go back over it again. Unless you want them to kind of tear a little bit, up to you. I'll wiggle some around. Let's go this way. Let's get some thinner guys. That way. I'll wiggle it like that and then come on around. Once again, this is just background stuff. Okay, so let's get a slight touch of white and some glycerin. Now, when you add white to it, it's a kind of a deep background. It's going to appear to kind of come out front a little bit. All right. We'll do a couple of these. We'll have it come through. Like some other ones there. Like that. And we'll do one over here. Let's come on down. Some of these might be covered over. More than likely they will be. But that's all right. That's what kind of adds to the spontaneity of your florals. We'll have one dangling here. Like that. And we'll have something hanging around in here like so. All right. Just willy-nilly things going on there. All right. Okay. I want to put all sorts of interesting things around the bowl before I actually get into doing the bowl itself. All right. Let's take a slightly smaller brush. Let's see if I can find one over here. I want a flat brush. Let's go over here. Oh, I'll use this. I'll use the filbert brush. Let's get rid of some of this green here. I have a large beach towel on my lap. So when I scrape this stuff away, I can scrape it in a bucket. I can scrape it on my lap here and just get rid of it. Yeah, this is good enough. Get rid of it. Hey, cat. How are you? Yeah, we're gonna do all sorts of little things here today. Let's take some blue. We'll just put the blue here. We don't want to make that iridescent. We'll make the bowl iridescent if I can. Okay, I'm not even gonna blend it all the way. Okay, let's bring this a little closer. Now my camera is about 3 feet or so away from me. I got long arms. I'll zoom it in a bit. bring it down right about here. And it should be, we should be good right about there. I'll touch the screen and we'll put it in focus here so you guys can check this out. All right. We'll put some daisies in here. We'll just kind of curve it like that. Make a longer one like this. We'll curve going the other way around. Just like that. Oh, we'll pop another one right in here. Like this. I'm going to paint it right through the pot itself. It won't matter once I put the pot in there. Okay, we'll paint over that. We'll make those a little bit brighter. I don't really want too many striations on them, so. All right. Oh, we'll come over here. We'll brighten that up a little bit. Every once in a while, even though it's a floral, I'll do something a little different that you don't commonly see me do too much. I need to bring this out in front, so I'll add a little white there. Okay, something like that. We'll put a couple of them here. I don't really want to go past it where you guys can't see me. So I'll go on the other side. Put a few on the other side here. We'll start off with something like that. And then we'll come to the side like this. See that? So we got like one over there to the side. It's just a little touch of white, put it in with the blue. Don't know how many of these I'll do yet. We'll see. Put one in front like that. Like that. Oh, we'll pop some up in here. Like I say, we might see them, we might not. Don't know yet. All depends, but I'm gonna put them in here anyway. I'm a pretty introverted person. I don't. I only go out if I absolutely have to. I'm one of those sheltered folk, I guess. Which is funny considering my past profession as a musician. I would have to be around people all the time. Somewhat, you know. I'm just putting petals inadvertently just anywhere. It just fills up the page a little bit. Okay. It's mixing in with a little bit of color and all of that. I'll put, little bits and pieces of these guys. The color's coming off and that's cool. I'm going up above where you guys can't see. I'll stick around down here. Okay. Doing daisies and things of that sort, hydrangeas, lilacs and everything, a filbert brush is best for it. Let's get a little bit of yellow, a little touch of white, yellow semi-transparent. So you need a little white to beef it up a little bit. So I'll just kind of pop in some. Just little pieces of, we'll come up in here on the other side. Especially here on the side here. You got one that's turned over a little bit.
All right, see you in the morning.
All right, just be careful. Have fun. In other words, good luck. Every weekend, well, just about every what's today? Saturday. She has to go over do an overnight, and she's one of the supervisor people, so she don't get much. It's paid to sleep, but she don't get much sleep, so it can be a little rough on her. Okay, we'll put some stringy doodads in here, a little bit lighter. I'm gonna keep the filbert around, but I do need. I'll use a. I should use the liner brush for this, but I'll just play around with the strip liner. I'm gonna come here in this blue. We'll add some green in here and then make one. They're related, and it's cool, and it saves me a little bit of palette space here. So I'll just use like colors that are a little related to each other. Get it to a watery consistency. Okay. Like I said, I'm just putting blades of grass and stuff just to liven it up in spots here. And we'll just take it. I want it this close, so I'll move this up right up in here. By the pot anyway. And we'll just get some thin stuff going around. Make it all willy-nilly. Try not to put them too straight. Kind of curve them, go in between like that. All right. We're going to go on the other side and do the same thing. Curve them around. All right. I'll be dipping into water, rolling my paint around pretty good because this is a very thin brush. I'm going to hold my handle further away, gives you a nice leaner line. You have a little more control over it. Instead of holding your brush like a pencil, you hold it far away. And let's go up here and we'll add some blaze up here. Once again, it's a little bit brighter than the surrounding green, so it comes out a little bit more. Pop some here. Come out here. Bring them downward. Don't be afraid to put these. Hey, Pigments, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. We'll come down here. Put some of them right in the little daisies too. I gotta look where I'm at so you guys can see. Put them in there. All right. That's cool. That'll work. All right. Let's deal with, well, I guess I'm thinking of something here. Why not? What the heck? Let's take a little bit of red, put it right here in this green. Get some green. Mix it together. We're going to brown it out a little bit. Now, the green and the red cancels each other out. It turns a little bit of this brownish that you see here. All right. Okay. I'm going to get a slight touch of glycerin. Loosen it up a little bit. Let's work with this. Let's see what we got here. If I work with that. Let's pull back a little bit. We'll go up towards the top like that. And we'll straighten that up. Go back up here like this. Something like so. Okay. We'll come right from here. Well, we'll just do it this way. Right there. Do it from there. And we'll do another one right here. Somewhere around in this corner like that. Let's take a little bit of white. We'll brighten it up a little bit. Okay. We'll come right from here using this brush and we'll do a slight letter S. I'm going to keep doing that. The letter S. A little more green, a little more red. We have to thicken up the paint a bit. I think the leaves are showing through it. A touch of white there. Add some more green, brown it up a little bit more. Okay, let's try this. I like that better. Still do it like the letter S. Keep going down. I'll be going back over this with a slightly lighter color so it looks like rope coming down. Do it really quick. Once again, just like the letter S. Ugh, that looks wretched. Up from the top, the letter S like that, and you just keep following it down. Once again, I'll lighten it up a little bit. But right now, just getting the path of these guys. Now, I'll lighten probably half of that up. Let's go into our white. Let's pull the brush towards me. And maybe we'll do it like that. I want the striations. A little more white. And you see I'm not going towards the ends. I press, get the S shape going, and then I just lift up. And so it looks like the strands of rope. Okay. I got plenty of paint on this brush. We're going to clean that off. The light source is coming from the left. You're going to do the same thing on this side. Same concept. Just get a little white. Mix it in to this brown we've made. You're going up in the other direction, so we're going down and going this way. Yeah, you guys can somewhat see this. Well, thank you, Move Crazy. I appreciate it. I guess your pet hasn't arrived yet. Maybe it'll show us majestic head tomorrow. And that's basically it. It's not very difficult to do them. All right. I'm thinking whether it should have 3. I could put 3 there. Let's see how it looks. We're gonna do it anyway. A little more green, a little more red. Mix it in with the white. All right. A touch of glycerin, loosen it up just a slight bit. You figure I would have more care with this brush considering it cost me $6 for this one brush. But no, we'll go straight down like this. But we'll end it between the 2 green leaves there. And once again, the S here is more straight like this. Get some more paint. Go into my white. Bring it up there like that. On the left side, just like that, and leave it be. That's all you got to do. Okay. Clean out Mr. filbert. We'll put the filbert right here, and we'll deal with this bowl here. I know somebody mentioned iridescent paint or metallic. Let's see what we'll do with it with this. We'll fill in the page here with bowl here. Okay. Already established that the light is going to be on the left-hand side. So I'm thinking now, what will be the primary color of this bowl here? Hey, Rosemary, how are you? Paul, how you doing, sir? 170. No, not this kid. No, I wasn't familiar. I spent $60 on brushes. I've got one here. It was horrible. It was a good name brand brush. I dipped it in water and whatnot and used it, and hairs were falling all over the canvas, and it wouldn't stay apart, stay together. It was just wretched. So I decided right then and there, I'm not going to go broke buying expensive brushes, and you know the cheaper brushes stay together and stay with you. So yeah, that it ended that real quick. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I really don't know. So I guess I'll just play with a little bit of blue. We'll just bring some blue out here. This is a pretty stiff brush. Maybe we'll make it purple-ish. Who knows? We'll try this. Then we'll put the iridescent paint in it, like that. Okay. Just like that. I'll get a little bit of glycerin, loosen up the paint. We're gonna stick with the iridescent stuff. We'll see what happens. But we're gonna do the whole bowl like this. Okay, and then we'll do the highlights and shade. Right now, I'll just block it in. And we'll talk about the shine and how do you do that with the bowl. And right now, I'm just going to shape the bowl. Come right on around. Let's grab some more. I always tend to block in my subject. Okay. Block it right in. I'll just use the iridescent paint because it'll just show through the whole thing. Iridescent paint is pretty cool. It's like you're painting with fingernail polish. Essentially, that's just about what it is. Okay. You just don't have that chemical hardener. That's definitely something you don't need in your life when it's coming to that type of paint. Okay. Now that we've got the bowl pretty much in there, right? A little bit more blue. I think I put red in there. Let's pop some red in that. We'll mix it up there. Get some iridescent paint in that. And we're going to get a slight touch of white in there. Let's work. We'll just do it this way. We'll put a slight touch there, but over in here, and we'll kind of pat it in around in this area. As you can see, it needs to be a little brighter than that. So we'll just take some white paint, just put it in there for right now. As we know, bowls are kind of rounded, right? And we'll get there. Right now, we just pat this stuff in there, something like that. A little more love right here. Okay. We're going to smooth that out, and then we'll work from there. I don't do a lot of bowl bowls and stuff like that because I tend to get bored easily. Okay, I'll just take it and I'll just pat it like this. You're gonna get a gradual fading out as I do it. And doing this also leaves a little texture. Maybe you want a textured bowl. Who knows? You know, it's really up to you how you want to go about it. Maybe you want a super smooth bowl. Maybe you want one that's got a little bit of roughness to it. You know, who knows? All depends on what you're thinking, what you're feeling at that particular time. Okay. I really don't put a lot of care into the rim of the bowl, the lip here, because it's going to be covered by whatever flour I tend to put on there. All right. I'm just reading your chats. I'll do it this way. Let's see. Now, if you see I'm lightly going over it and it blends itself in, the tighter circle is in the middle. But if you can see it well enough, you see how it's blending. Okay. You still got tones and variations going through it. Okay. Now, as I'm doing that, I'll throw in, I think I'll throw in the tightest circle right in there. There. And I'll leave it like that for a second. Like I said, I'm not really too concerned about the lip here because it will more or less disappear. How things going with you, Paul? It's good to see you, man. I believe Diana sold one of her wares at the auction too. Happy for her. I am. Okay. Very lightly, very lightly. I'll keep that shine in there, but I'll go along with the shape of the bowl, just like that. Just like that. We'll keep it like that. Let's go into a little touch of black into this color. Get a little bit of the iridescent stuff. Okay. A little darker black. And we're going to build up the dark side in here. And pretty much the same way, we'll just kind of pat it in there. Get the rest of it up here. So the same treatment you've done with the light side, you're doing it with the darker side. It's just that I'm going to use straight black here for its corner right in here. Particularly in the corners, right in there. But you can do the same thing. You're going to wipe all of that in the same direction. It is a bowl, so you do it circular. Now, when I say circular, you can go vertical as a circle or horizontal. I'm tending to go vertical with it. Okay. Very light. The circle gets tighter as we do this. Tighter and tighter. And you'll see it start to form there. And you step back away from it. You see how it's starting to form. See how it's starting to look already. What helps with that, if the striations from your brush, okay, you follow what I'm saying. It's not as difficult as some folks would like it to be, or have you seen it to be. And it's not really. We're the type of artist they hate. We'll tell you how to do it. We'll show you. Okay, we'll show you how to do this. All right, something like so. Okay, yeah, man, it was great. Happy for her. She's working hard with, at it with it. All right, now here's the comic book artist in me. It comes along here. We're gonna take. Oh, I'll take some. Yeah, I use this. It doesn't matter. Let's get some pre-highlight stuff happening. I have to wait for the paint to tack up a little bit and harden before I do my next step with the bowl. But right up around here, I'll go slightly within the edge like that. Get a nice little rim of direct light, but not entirely on on the very edge. We'll just do it like that. Like so. I'll take some blue. We'll get some radioactive looking glow on the other side. Okay. Right here toward the bottom. We'll put some of that radioactive stuff right toward the bottom in here. I can probably get away with it being just a touch brighter. Just some residual light stuff going on right in here. Okay. And then I'll wipe the edges. But you see a little bit of something hanging around there. Okay. All right. I'll take a little touch of white. Like I say, this might not really matter much at all. We'll put it right. We'll put it right in here like this and give a nice little swipe. Yeah, that's about it right there for that. It doesn't deserve much more than that. Okay. All right. Let's pan back. Let's see what it looks like so far. Looks like I got to do more surgery on the brush. Hold on. After I get a swig of coffee. It's coffee break. All right. I'm running out of places to put my coffee. I'm rough on my brushes. I tear them up. The glue doesn't stick very well. You dump it in water, so they're bound to kind of almost croak on you. So I just take some masking tape or scotch tape, whatever I got closest to me, and I'll just tape it up. Okay, when they get too bad, then I'll toss them. I got so many brushes. Much like many other painters, they just got a crap load of brushes. All right, let's pull back. Let's see what we got so far. All right, and here we go. So this is it. This is what we got so far. Okay. So as I was casually, straighten that up a little bit for you guys. As I was casually talking to you guys and doing this and explaining it, as you see, the further away, the better it looks, obviously, because you're not really looking at a painting from about 6 inches away. You're looking at it from about 5 or 6 feet away. So, in relation, when I pan the camera back, okay, you're looking at it from a pretty hefty distance. If you were standing up, looking at the thing, okay, and so that's what we seem to have so far. All right, okay. Let's let this tack up a little bit more. So now we're into time wasting mode, which is fine. I'm gonna get a slightly smaller brush. I'll use this little guy. And let's pan back in just a little bit. Hopefully I can just keep it here. And just aim it downward a little bit. Maybe right around in there. We'll focus it. I got a touch screen here to come into focus for you. Okay, let's move it over a touch. Let's go over here. All right. Let's represent. We'll use a little bit of white. We'll contaminate this off blue, blue, black, whatever the hell. All right. We're gonna come in here and we'll put some white daisies floating around, trying to say peekaboo. Smaller brush, Same concept. Yeah, we'll kind of put one in the center, like so. Let's spread that one back out, something like that. We'll wipe that away, and we'll put one in here, like so. One in there. We'll just pop one in here, like this. Those don't look too convincing, but we'll do some. We'll straighten it out. There we go. If they start to look a little sick, you can repair them. Those look like they were on intensive care, so I had to, kind of straighten that mess out. Okay, it's a series of strokes that look like teardrops. They're wide at the top. You twist your brush, get them narrow at the bottom, and you just repeat them. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. It's almost near that box. We'll do it like that. Okay, let's move it over a little bit, get it away from the box. And we'll just fill up a little spot with it. And you put some extra stuff hanging around in there. Maybe you can put one in front of that leaf, it's fine. Okay, and pack them in there. Don't be afraid to paint over other ones. All right. You can get some a little brighter than other ones too. They make them stick out. And yeah, like this one. See, you can correct what you screwed up by just doing something like that. Okay. Once again, acrylic very forgiving. Linda, you can. Well, you don't think I, came out the womb learning how to do this, did you? Because I would dispel that real quick. No, no. I've worked my butt off doing these. I used to do it on typewriter paper. I wanted to learn it so bad. When you really want to learn something, trust me, you will find a way. And I did. Most definitely. I want like a pile of them, like kind of coming out. So what I'll do is I'll just make some stragglers way up here. Hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know if you can. Let's see. No, I'm going up above. So let's pull back out a little bit. Okay. All right. That's cool. Let's go to the other side. Put it right there. Okay, we'll pop a few in. By the time I do these, I should be okay to take the iridescent paint and put it all over this bowl. All right. Since these are smaller, let's do this. Let's pop a few right next to the larger ones like that. Okay, and we'll just pop them in there. If it picks up a little bit of green, it's all right. Let it. It all adds to the mystique of your floral. Go in other directions. Okay. I appreciate it when you tell me that I make it look effortless. My instructor did too. He was just willy-nilly talking and making all these beautiful floral arrangements. But then again, he's been doing it for 50 years. So yeah, he can do this in his sleep. But he has a passion for it. Yeah. But you can do the same thing. Don't ever be discouraged. Don't be. Keep at it. For those who you're doing pours, I'm pretty sure you guys had pours you're probably holding in the basement and you'll never tell them your deathbed. Okay. I know when I did my pours, there were some that they went right straight to the landfill. They were horrible. And I used to laugh at people that did acrylic pours until I started doing them. Yeah. So be careful what you laugh at. Acrylic paint pouring is very addictive. Very addictive. No joke. Let's put some of these fellas. Let's go up here a little bit. we'll put a few escapees. Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay, we'll put a few escapees up here. If you notice, I go by the rope. I go by other obstacles. Okay, I just enjoy doing it that way, then going outward. All right, it's just something that I like doing. Then I'm gonna bring a few of those in the inside. Okay, like I say, you might or you might not see these. Okay, all depends on how big I want the florals to be. All depends. So I'll put enough of them in there. I'm going in other directions, like so. Come out this way. We'll put a few danglers out here. Actually, we'll brighten that up a little bit. Like I said, I'm not really doing anything special. Um, if I wasn't painting, I would probably get in my truck and just drive around, get a cup of coffee, and just drive around the city. Have a real productive life, right? All right, we'll do stuff like that. Okay. And once again, you step away and look at it, and make sure it's something that you like, and that's cool. Let's go back to this bowl. Right about here. Okay. It should be okay enough. It's tacky, but it should be fine. We're gonna get a wide enough brush. I think I'll use this guy. Now, before I do that, let's scrape away this stuff here. I got an instrument that it's just a paint scraper. This is a palette knife, but I got a paint scraper that can really get this mess out of here. And this is just me. I want a cleaner surface. All right. Um, this iridescent paint, almost like who showed it? I think Moose showed it. Because I have this Moosey. You should be able to read that. Their modeling paste, which is another version of what she was using for the paste. Same type of consistency there. Same thing. It dries clear, much like the iridescent paint. This stuff here, it dries clear. Right here, it dries clear. But once again, it's like fingernail polish. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take this. I'll put it over the whole thing here. All right. Because once again, it dries clear. All right. So I can do the whole shebang just like so. It does dry clear. I'm gonna go in that same circular motion and then leave it be. Yeah, I know you guys don't think it will dry clear, but trust me, it will dry clear. Okay. Straight up and down here, then you go a little bit towards the side, like so. All right. We'll get the rest of it and we'll just come over here on this side. That's why I can do this really, it appears to be sloppily, willy-nilly, because I know it dries clear and you're not going to see nothing but the iridescence of it. All right. Some of you might be cringing as I'm doing this, but don't. Because you're going to see in real time that this stuff just dries up. All right. And now I'll leave it be. Let it do what it got to do. All right. But it will dry up. All right. So I'll leave that be. Cam's Art, greetings. How are you? All right. Let's see. Where am I heading? I still want my white glow, which is approximately right there. I'll curve it around like that. Make sure my brush is dry. And just wipe it just like that. And then I'll leave it be. Leave it just like that and leave it alone. All right. As I'm looking, I think I'm going to put some large flowers at the base, just a few of them. A little bit of black into this bluish green mix. Just like that. Get a little bit of glycerin. I don't know if I'll keep them this color. We'll see. But I'll put them, once again, I'm shelling out the bowl here. I'll just put it right here. And I really want the shape. Just like that. All right. I just want to put a few down there. You can have a couple overlap. It's all right. I'll put one right there. Like I say, I may keep them just dark like this. We'll see as I'm doing this. And once again, it's just a shell and frame the bowl itself. Um, we'll put one right here. Yeah, I will go over the other flowers I put down. It's okay to do that. Let's make sure you guys can see me doing this. Yeah, you can somewhat. The glare of the light on my right hand side is shining on these pretty strongly. And it's like that. I might just keep it at the 3. I still want to keep something open in the pinkish color right through here. So that's cool. We'll just keep it like that for right now. Let's take a little more glycerin. We're going to go up above and put some nondescript guys up here. Let's go way up here. Right up there. Let's kind of straighten this up a little bit for you guys. Move it over. All right. Uh, we'll kind of put a line right there, and then we'll come in a triangle like that. We'll do another curved line right around here somewhere, and we'll put another little bit right around it here. All right. Let's just have one around these ropes like this. And these are all kind of strategically placed here. I will put it right around in there somewhere. I won't use a brush this thick to do the actual petals. The brush is just too large. We'll go with a ½ inch, which is usually the common size to do the floral. So you might see me with this ½ inch for the rest of the painting. All right, we'll go scope in here. What did I use? Blue and green. A little bit of what's left here. A little bit of glycerin. I think I used a touch of black in there too, just to deepen it up. All right, here we go. Let's get in background, guys. We'll throw them in there real fast. You got to add the sound effects or it doesn't work. Let's make this one a little wider. I think I'll come on in. Okay. Like I said, we may add a little bit of highlight to them. We'll see. And come here and do the same thing. Each one gets a little shorter than the other. Get used to you'll get used to doing these type of flowers the more you do them. I have pages and pages of just typewriter paper and watercolor paint doing these type of flowers. And if you pay attention, you notice that I'm doing them in odd numbers too. I'll do them in 3, 5, 7, 9, whatever. But they're in odd numbers on purpose. Our eyes seem to keep that. Why, I don't know. But it's just our quirkiness of being human, I guess. But our eyes seem to settle on odd numbers. All right. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of glycerin. We're going to make a glaze real fast. All right. Because our iridescent paint has iridescent the shaded side. Okay. So I'm gonna take a bit of black paint and some glycerin, almost more glycerin than paint, just like this. I'm using it because it kind of matches and covers everything as far as the shadow concerned. You can get a little cute with your shadow and add other colors in it, sure. But for time's sake, we'll just use the black. Okay, I'll use the 1/2 inch brush. We're gonna come right here to its edge, right in here. I'm not gonna cover that blue, just like this. All right. Now you see I'm adding the glycerin, circular motion. Now with glycerin, okay, you can wipe it away. Okay. Just wind it out. All right. And if I need it a little darker, I'll get it a little darker by just adding a little more paint to the glycerin. Okay. A little at a time. And always start at the edge and work your way outward or inward in this case. Just like so. Work your way inward. And just keep checking it out. Just keep looking at it. All right. I know where I need a little darker, which is here in this corner, right up in here. Keep it fairly dark. Let's get a shadow right in here too. Right at this edge. And we'll lighten it out. Because you want to still maintain this thing's roundness. All right. A little deeper underneath here. All right. Yes, I will use my finger in the drop of a hat. All right. Oh, what did Sonya do? What did Sonya do? I gotta scroll. We always gotta watch Sonya. Happy birthday, Sonya. You're not blasting what's his name? The birthday song, are you? I can't think of his name right now. You're not blasting him, are you? You're not going through the truck speakers with that, are you? Oh, Mo. You just tell them you had plumber duty. They'll understand. That's right. That's right. That's that rapper, 2/4. That's right. Okay. That's right. 2/4. There. Hey, William, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay, we're gonna go on to a flower. Let's wipe this stuff off. Okay, we got our shiny bowl going here. Let's wipe this. I guess I'll use the blade and get rid of this stuff. The blade is no joke. It'll get this stuff off quick, fast, and in a hurry, as you can see. I'll just wipe it off on my towel here. I guess I'll do the more traditional floral that you commonly see me do, more or less. I'm just thinking what color I should put them. Usually, if I use red, obviously I'll be dipping into making orange and dipping into some more titanium white. If I make them red, I could make them blue. Need to match the bowl a little bit. What other color I can do? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, travel dreamer, Fatima. Listen, when it comes to doing shiny objects, okay, let's say for instance, you can't see it, so how can I say for instance, let's put it down here and let's straighten it up. No, I don't have to straighten it. Okay, your light is coming from this direction here. Okay, I'll be hitting on this. Okay, that's your hottest spot. Anything else is a lot cooler. And if it's rounded, the further away it is, the more round, the darker it's going to get. Doesn't necessarily have to be black, but it's going to get darker. As it comes around, okay, it just gets lighter, lighter, lighter. Color changes to whatever color the object is. But you always got a bright spot. You got a hot spot somewhere, and which usually bleaches out the original color. It's just that one hot spot, and then everything irradiates from that. But if you got an object that's rounded, obviously like our moon or even the Earth, um, anything that's away from that light source, it gradually gets darker. Now, you might not see it now, but the weird bluish tinge you got around the edge is that light trying to bend around and say hello, but it can't quite do it. But you get a little touch of it. All right. But that's with any rounded object. You really don't see that with angular objects like squares or blocks and stuff like that. It's either, depending on where your light source is, you might get two that is shine, and but a little bit on the third one. It depends on its angle. Okay, and metal is the same way, but metal has a lot of residual stuff all over it because it's reflecting other objects being shown into it. Once again, it depends on your view. All right. The best way to really understand something like that, if you're going to draw or paint a shiny object, have a spoon ready, be any metal spoon, and you just take the spoon and really you hold it up to whatever light source you got, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, because it depends on where you are in the place of where that spoon is. Because if you had a spoon, you put it on a brace, you walk around it, same spoon, different reflection depending on where you're standing at with the spoon. But the spoon obviously is a metal object and it's rounded, or well, oval. But you get you know what I'm talking about. It's the same thing. You always will get a hot spot. You're always will get a deep shadow side. But in between that, you got stuff going around in there, whether whatever object, but it's going to produce a certain kind of hue and color. All right, with a metallic object. Oh, sorry to hear, Linda. Hey, Linda. It's usually pretty tough for anybody um, who you're either married with or sibling, or whatever, and they pass away during the holidays. It's never really truly the way it used, used to be. It'd be for anybody, really, truly sorry. And, unfortunately, it does happen, you know. All right, let's go back up here because I'm deciding on what color to do this thing. As I'm looking, I've used up my blue, I used up my green. We can replace that. Got a little bit of red, got a lot of yellow. I don't want to do yellow. I've done enough yellow. Um, Blue would make it look a little mysterious depending on how light or how dark I keep the blue. I can do white ones, but I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I know I'll be using this green again, to which I don't have enough. But you know what? I think I'll just use up this green because it's running out. And what the hell? I'll just use the rest of it. There. It's history. What is it? Oh, it was phthalo green. It wasn't hubris green. It was phthalo. And I don't think I got any more of it. So in the trash it goes. Okay. I still empathize, Linda. It's never easy. Never easy. Ever. You know, the blow might settle over time, but it's always going to be in the bag. But if you have enough family members, enough folk around that love you and keep you preoccupied, it'll take some of that sting away. Definitely. And it's funny that social media, for most of its negativeness, um, you get with a good group, no matter where. It doesn't necessarily mean art group or whatever, but any group, with people, um, real human beings, um, with some sense, you're gonna get a lot of love there, even for people you've never really ever met in person. Um, but just being with them online, you form a bond, a uh, close bond, almost like a family, really. You know, we are, as human beings, social animals. You know, you're fine, Linda. You're not a Debbie Downer. You're fine. Okay, I'm still debating on what kind of flowers I want. Once again, I don't want red ones. Let's cancel the red. Uh, I guess I can mess around with some blue ones. Larry is channeling his inner Jose Feliciano. Okay, and here we go. I guess I'll start out with the basic shape. We're gonna have a few flowers in here. I might attempt to do one, which is gonna be crazy, but I think I'll do one in between one of these, in between one of these ropes, maybe. Let's start with one at the top. Whatever one I do first will be most likely covered up by the others. So always keep that in mind. Okay. All right. With that said, it's time to just pop one in here. Oh, well, kind of keep them. Maybe, maybe like that. We'll do it this way. Okay. Obviously, you guys don't see much tone in that. Of course not. But we're going to create some just like this. Keep it like this. All right. Go in this direction, though. We'll keep it just like that. Once again, this guy's going to be covered. All right. But we'll keep him like that. Of course, you don't see it too well because, but anyway, like pull back a little bit so I can put the other ones in there without going right there. Okay. So that's, believe it or not, that's one of them. Okay. Let's go back into our blue. This blue is pretty dark, so I really don't have to add anything to it. It's fairly deep by itself. Let's put one. Uh, let's put another one somewhere in here. Okay, like this, and we'll have it come up the rope over on the other side here. So we we got one card by rope here, and we'll play around with it like that. Okay, we'll do something a little different with him. He'll be more towards the side, so we'll lighten it up here. We'll lighten it up around in this area, and we'll have it scoop around here, and it just get dark like that. Now, to emphasize that a little bit more, we'll brighten this up a little bit more. Okay, just like that, and we'll give a little tinge of that here, and we'll take an old finger and we'll curve it like that. Yeah, we're kind of good here too. We'll just kind of curve it. Wipe blue off my finger, and we'll come here and we'll shade that. Just shape it like that. We'll bring an edge right here, just like that. We'll grab a little bit of white and we'll frame this one just like this. It just helps me just to remember where I got crap. All right, something like that for that one. Okay, so we have this fellow, and we'll mess around with it when we get to it. Let's go to our other one. I think we'll save the bowl. Okay, we'll do that. We'll save the bowl. We'll come way up here. We'll keep him in front. We'll put him up in front straight, but we'll save the bowl. We'll see most of the bowl today. Usually when I do these, the bowl is sacrificed, at least a majority of it. But we'll save the bowl. We'll put them around in here. Okay, at least you'll get to see some of that. Some of that. We'll cover them up like that. We'll take a little slice of black here, and we'll put the black right up in here, and we'll fade him out. We'll do a general open fella right there. And I'll fade it out right everywhere. Okay, let's clean off this brush real fast. We have fish. Is that what Mona? Got a fish, Mona? Once again, we'll put the light source here, and I'll just keep playing and playing with it. A little darker on the other side, but we gonna put our light source here. Okay. All right, and we'll fade that out there. We'll keep this strong, like so. And we'll fade that bottom edge out to the darkness there. All right, and we're gonna build our stuff up just like that with these three. All right, let's start with the one up top. We'll come up just like so. We'll concentrate on that fellow up top there. All right, whatever one you put first will be most likely covered the most. Okay. So it'd be 1, 2, and then the last one. All right, let's get on with it. Let's get the festivities rolling. After I add more white. Okay. 1/2 inch brush. Hold on. Let's get rid of this stuff. This is the iridescent that's already getting, it's hard as a rock. It doesn't take long because the modeling paste iridescent paint, like the acrylic, it air contacts it, it dries through evaporation, much like acrylic. And so, yes, it becomes a stone after a while. We'll take a little bit of like white, we'll put it here, get a touch of blue, and you pop it in there like that. All right. Just like this. Get some glycerin here, loosen up the paint a wee bit. I'm looking at what I have here on the palette here, and I'm looking up above, and we should be somewhat okay. All right. Light source is coming from the upper left. All right. And I'll start to add, you guys should be able to see it. I'll start to add some things with this. I like the white that's going on with it, so I'll play with that. And we'll come down here. Okay, just like that. I'll fade it in. And we'll add a little love here. Come down. And we'll add one right in here. And I'm gonna, I'm gonna fade it. It's like that. This is going to be relatively simple because the striations, all the stuff that I scribble in here, I'm going to use image. Okay. Just like this. I'm going to come here, add some of those in there like that. Okay. As you see, it's starting to form itself already. All right. Let's add a little touch of blue into this light stuff. And we're going to go further back into the flower. Back here. And I give it a little push and get some darker ones in there. A little push of color and I'll wipe it right in there like that. I'll take my finger and I'll melt that in to the previous color. And we're going to come here and I'll give a curve like that. Come out here, another curve in. Just like that. Maybe I'll put it in front like this and have a smaller one right there. I'll make two. Just like that. All right. So out of that one paint stroke, I've just made 3 petals. You got me. All right. Okay. Let's highlight the ones on the left-hand side. And I will most likely use more white than anything. It's just a nice, quick little highlight. Maybe I'll contaminate it with just a little touch of blue. Not really a lot of glycerin. I just need something to kind of give it a little push, like so. All right. A little push of color there. Okay. Get a little bit more white. Put it right in here. And it's just a push. It's a slight push. Light push. I'm not necessarily looking for it to be even. Okay. But I am looking for an edge. And then I'll just destroy the inside edge. And it gives me those bits of paint. And it just helps your eye follow the previous little striations. Okay. I'll put one here too. Just like that. And I'll curve some of it in. I'll keep some of the striations, but not necessarily all of them. All right. But there you go. I don't have to add them back there. Okay. Won't be necessary. Let's lower it and go to the one that's in between that rope. This guy. I'm not going to use the 1/2 inch brush for this one because it's in between the rope, smaller details. So I'll use the 1/4 inch brush for this, and we'll have some fun with it. Let's go with our titanium white. I'll put it here. Get a little touch of blue in there. Right now I've got things already. A little push, and we'll come up this way. Press, go on down. We got one here. Press, come on down like that. It is the bright side. You keep rubbing it, the color into the into the blue. Okay, it does take on the color of what you have put in there already. Okay, and we're gonna play around with a little bit on this side, just a little touch of white, and just like that. So we've got that cupped bowl thing happening right there. You follow me? We have petals out here that are a little dark. You don't see them, but I'll help you out with that. Because it's the light side, I got this light blue going on. Okay. So I'll take my brush, I'll angle it, and I'll go like this. I'll go up above, and we'll kind of curve that in like that. That's one. We're peak, and we're going to go on the other side like that. We just dip it downward like that. All right. We got one or a couple here. Get some more paint. I don't have any I'll go this way. I'll just go inward like this and get it smaller and smaller and smaller. We'll go in like that. All right. Once again, this is a technique. These are more or less the general flowers I usually do. Unless I want to do a specific flower, then I'll look at a photograph. Just like that. I'll get an edge there going. Just like so. Um, Sometimes I'll curve one in. All depends. Okay, let's go into our blue. A little more blue. We'll put it right here and get it somewhat glowish. I don't really want to add too much glycerin to it. I'll put a little touch in there. And these are the petals over here on the darkened side. So I want this one to come inside. So I'm going to go on the opposite edge and curve. Opposite and curve. Opposite, curve. And have just make it disappear like that. You don't have to do total strokes. Let's have it have a little friend. We'll come out this way. And then we'll thin it out. So he has a friend. Okay. Just like that. I don't have to add any real crazy highlights to it. This one here will have come down. I'll curve it. Curve it. It's right here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a line. And then we're going to go the other way. Curve. And we're going to go down. This is where these striations really do. Okay. So what I just did, if you can see, I put the strokes coming into the left. As I come around, I stop. Now the strokes will go to the left, but it's curved in the opposite direction. So now it looks like a bend here. You see. All right. I won't highlight it because it's not on the lit side. All right. But I can continue it and have it go downward. Watch. I'll just come here and just go down and just turn the angle. So it goes within itself a little bit. Just like that. And I'll just take this, spread it out there like so. All right. And that is the flower over here. Since I've done that and I put it above this flower, it's okay. We're still going to have this flower come more or less out towards the front. All right. I'll just clean off my little baby brush. You guys are having a little tat-a-tat with the autocorrect. I appreciate it, Larry. Thank you. The flower in the front will play with this middle. We'll call this the middle tone. Actually, the middle tone will be a little darker, a little deeper. So we'll make it a little bit deeper for the middle tone. I'll add a slight touch of glycerin to it just to loosen up the page. Okay, and here we go. Let's bring this down a little bit. Let's see. Yep, we're centered in there pretty good. Okay, we're gonna start with the lower. No. We'll start with this. No, we won't. We'll start down here because I got too much paint on. Okay, I'm gonna give a slight push like that, and I'm gonna come in. I'm not gonna go all the way into the that dark blue. Don't do that. Just like this. Okay. If I go in, I just go opposite and just fade it like that. All right. That's one petal. Let's work a pointed one right here. Boom and boom. There goes another petal. Let's come out. Now the brush, hold it to you this way. The brush, okay, depending on the shape of the petals here, 'cause we're getting rounded edges with a square brush. But I can take the brush and go like this, but I can also take the brush and go at an angle and do the same stroke. Or I can go at this angle and do the same stroke. Okay, and that gives us those little points and such. So if I took the brush and just did it this way, you got a point. If I held it flat, you see what I'm saying? Now if I held it in the other direction like this and came in, remember you have to add those. Now it looks like the bottom half of Batman there. Okay, see his little ears and his head. All right. But that's how you manipulate and move around your brush when you do these things. Okay. All right. Here, let's say if I want a petal and I don't add that little push, it just kind of fades and goes away. So we'll just have one here, lighten it up, and it just kind of goes away into the abyss there. All right. Like that. Okay. Then we got these guys. One's kind of at a point like that. And we'll pop it in there, and then we'll do some other ones here. Okay. And we'll come out here and we'll do one here. Actually, we'll just curve them in like this. Okay. Like that. All right. We're going to go a little deeper color. A little touch of glycerin just to loosen it up a bit. Because we're on the shadow side of this guy. All right. We're going to still do the outside. Deeper color. Okay. Deeper color. And we'll bring this one inward like that. And then just stop. How do you know when to stop? You keep doing it. It's in practice. You keep just practice with it. Will you get it right the first time? Nah, I doubt it. I sure didn't. Trust me, I did not. And we'll come in there like that. All right. And these are fellows on the outside. They're in the back. All right. Thank you, Tamthart. Back here, I don't necessarily have to add the glob of paint. These fellows are in the back. I'll make this one travel downward there like that. Because they're in the back and we're going to have petals in front of some of these. I'll put another one here like that. All right. All righty. Let's get the skinny brush, a little fourth. We'll come here and we'll lighten it up. The bowl, this guy right here. A couple ways I can do it. I can do it the laser way. Once again, I'm thinking about time. We'll just do it like this. I'll get some crazy looking things happening here with it. And then we'll just make it disappear. I'll take it and we'll destroy the bottom edge. And I'll rub it in there like that. Okay. Something like so. All right, so now we have our inner bowl. And it's brighter here going into the dark. That just helps you give the illusion of roundness for your flower. I'll just stick with the tiny guy. Let me add a little glycerin so it can flow a little bit better. Let's add some more white. When you add glycerin to paint, it makes it transparent. Okay. And we'll just add a slight push and we'll come in. Slight push. Come on in. Actually, I want more of a glow here. Then we'll come out like that. Add a little angle to it. Add a little curve and we'll come in like this. I don't have to add much more than that. It's up to you how bright you want it. I'm gonna keep that one in shadow. In order to do that, we'll make this one really bright. Come on out like that, and then we'll curve everybody else in, and then we'll come around on the other side like that. All right. We'll keep him in shadow. He doesn't deserve light. He didn't eat up all his Wheaties. Let him stay underneath everybody. You got a short window to manipulate and mess around with that paint when it's wet. Okay. And just use your finger. All right. Okay. The more you do stuff like these, the more comfortable you become with them. We got a little dangling thing right there. We'll come here, add a few little spots here. And right now, I'm just going to push the paint. I'm just pushing the paint there. And I'll just take my finger and get rid of it. I just want that little edge, just like that. Okay. I really don't have to add anything else into this. Really, I just want that little rim of paint. All right. I don't have to do more to that. Let's add another quick, well, before I do that, let's go into our deeper blue here. We'll lighten it up a little with what we have here. I don't think that, well, yeah, it'll do it. It should be light enough. We're going to come over here and continue that bowl. Push, and we turn the other way. Push, turn the other way. So we're doing that rim of paint just on the other side. Okay, so we got the bowl. Crap, got me. We got the bowl turned around. All right. Okay. So let's play with some more petals. I'll use the half-inch brush because, once again, time. We'll play with it in here. Get some white. I don't think I want it as dark or as bright as the outside guys. All right. We'll get a touch of glycerin. We'll loosen the paint up. Inside petals can be a little intimidating because you don't know how far out you should be, how far in it should go. Try not to make the black disappear. So we'll come right about here, and we go in. Come here, go in, come here, and turn it inward, like so. We'll do another one right here. Come out, go on in, come further out, go on in, and we'll curve it right in here. We'll just curve it in. Okay. We'll do, I think I got room for one more. Actually, you know what? I like that. We're gonna go opposite. We're gonna turn it upward. We're gonna come here and go this way. Come up, up, go inward, up. We'll just wedge it like that. Okay. Actually, let's connect it. Why not? We'll put a little wedge there. All right. So we just went out, flipped, curved, and came up like so. All right. Let's go a little deeper blue. Sometimes these ideas just happen right at the spur of the moment, instantly. We'll come out here. We'll come way up here, and we'll add a few in here. You don't see them very well, like that. And we'll come around here. We'll do another one right in here. Go up a little bit. Come on in, up. We'll curve it inward. This color actually helps you come here. Add a few more, like that. And we'll come out this way. Turn it that way. All right. All right. Clean off the brush. We'll take Mr. Skinny brush here, 1/4 inch brush. We'll add it to this deeper blue. All right. And we'll add, sometimes we just add just a push. And I'm just pushing the paint. Okay, just like this, and we'll curve it in a little bit. Now, once again, it just takes practice when you do these. Okay. Oh, you know, when you meet so many people, if you got a lot of people that visits a chat and everything, um, sometimes, yeah, you just can't, I don't take it personal myself because, especially if you got a lot of people in the chat and then you got time delay. Okay. So not everybody's messages come through on time, no, at the same time. So it's not that they're not speaking to you or ignoring you. It might just be um, just the time delay. And then it depends on how fast that chat scrolls, because you guys know you get a lot of people talking and a lot of activity going. That chat can go through very quickly. Okay. So you have to sometimes kind of, you know, you have to take it as it is, because it can be a little disheartening, but you have to understand, the internet, some people's internet is very fast and some people's internet is not. Some people got the cable internet, some got the that real fast one, the fiber optic stuff, you know. Yeah, sometimes there's so many people. So like I say, I don't really take it, don't take it to heart. Like I say, if there's a lot of people, especially when you get chats over 100, yeah, good luck being seen on that one. Um, unless you type in caps all the time, then people complain you're yelling at them. So it's like you can never win, you know. All right, as I'm doing these, okay, because we're getting close to the finish line here. When you go to outline your other petals, all you need really is a line, but you got to get it sharp enough or bright enough, okay, to let people see that there is um, another petal in front of or on top of another petal, something like that. But you'll see, you see that it's there. Usually, petals up top are a wee bit brighter than your lower petals. All right, and so I will coat my little tiny baby brush with a little more paint. See, just to let the eye know that there's another one hanging around up here, just chilling out, enjoying the sunlight, like that. All right. You do so many of these, it makes it look a lot complicated, a lot more complicated than it really is. Remember, this guy here has a little, it's this one's curved, but it's also on the shadow side, so I'm not gonna really do a lot of blending. Sometimes all you need really is a line up there. Okay. I think that should be enough of that. All right. Um, I'll add some more love here, being in front of that bowl there. All right. As I'm looking, I'm checking things out, looking. All right. I think we're good with all those petals there. clean off the baby brush. I'll still keep the 1/2 inch brush here. We'll go with a little bit of red. We'll put it red in here. Get some glycerin. A little red. We'll throw some yellow in there too because I haven't used yellow. Just like that. And we'll throw a little blue in there. Okay, this should be okay. All right. We're going to pull. Nah, I don't know if I should pull back or just come down a little bit. We'll work it right there. Here. Once again, I don't really want to destroy the look of the bowl. Let's try to keep the bowl today. So, here. We'll do it right here. Come narrow, go wide, and go narrow again. Yep, you guys can see it good. I'll come up this far, and we'll just bring it in. And we're going to do the same thing. Yes, I'm doing it right on top of that flower I took care of painting. It's okay. That's all right. All right, so we have one there. Okay. Let's get some more of this. Yep. Right around in here. Out and then in. You guys don't see that. I'll bring it up where you guys can see what I just did. Right there. We got another fella right here. Just like that. So we got 2 so far. Well, I know you got those in the back, but we're going to probably leave those fairly dark. All right, we got 2 there. Let's bring this back down. Right down there. Be very careful how you want to, because once again, I want to keep some of this bowl. So what I'll do is I'll turn it. I'll come here like this, make it thicker here and thin there. And so I'll come here like this. And we'll do the same thing here. Because I also want to keep the glow there. Okay, we're going to come in between here. Just like that. And we'll come downward straight. And we'll come here. I'll do it this way. I'm being very picky on where to place some of these fellas. Like that. Okay, yeah, you guys still see it. All right, cool. Here, let's place one. We can get away with that. We'll place one here on the other side, right around in here somewhere. Right about here. Okay, and then we'll bring it in. I know it's tough for you to see these right now, but as I highlight them, they'll make a little more sense to you. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're good. All right, let's go with some titanium white. We'll put it right here and some yellow. We'll mix it right in. It's like that. I don't want to totally blend it. We'll get some glycerin, pop it in there like that. All right. Okay. Let's start from up above. Can I get both of them in there? I probably cannot. Well, yeah, I can. I can do that. We'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. We'll keep it like that. All right. It's the light's coming from the left, so we'll highlight the. We'll highlight. And we'll highlight from the top. Okay. I think I've got enough here. You guys should see this. I don't want such an abrupt stop, so I'll just fade those out like that. Okay, so that's 2 down. Let's move downward. There we go. We got the 3 written frame. Perfect. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 right there. We'll bring that in a little further, like that. I like to have a little more striations there. This one here, we'll kind of play with it like this. All right, so it doesn't catch everything. All right, we got this guy here in the back, and we'll do a curve like that. Just like so. Once again, takes a little practice. You guys will get it. Let's go down here on the bottom. Remember these guys? I think I'll put a little bit of love right here. 1, 2, 3. As you see, I'm just rubbing it right on in there. Okay, he's in the bag of me. He's not going to be the brightest thing in the world. We can probably give a little bit of love to this one here, one that's a little closer to us. Okay, just like that. Those little, see how it gets darker and lighter, all those little obscure tones. Good stuff. Keep it. Keep it. All right. Now, I want those leaves to pop a little bit more than what you're looking at. So we're going to create a separate color right here, just yellow and white, right here. Okay. Get a little touch of glycerin. I'm going to pull the brush toward me. I want a nice tight. Here, we'll do it right here. I don't need to add too much, just a little bit on its tip, like that. Just a little bit. And we'll have one turn the other way. We'll have this one join. And just leave it alone. That little bit works. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need. All right. Okay. Let's go up this way. We'll do these 3. Thank you, Rosemary. You want a hippopotamus for Christmas? Yeah. All's real good. All perfectly fine with a hippo until it poops in your lawn. What you gonna do then? Okay. I don't really want too many of them on this one, so we'll just do a slight bit right there. Because it's mostly covered in shadow. Let's get some more of that bright color. Over here, this curved fellow, I kind of like it being curved. Will really accentuate the edge, like that, and right here. That's it for that one. Just the very edge. Once again, you'll get accustomed to the stroke marks. You'll get accustomed to how to do them. Oh, yes, we got 2 of you guys. Let's pull back a little bit. Get the focus. We're almost there. I promise, we're almost there. A little touch. Okay. Actually, this one's catching more light, so we'll add a little more love to him. He's catching a little more hell. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing here. Just like so. Drag that in a little bit. A lot of people get apprehensive doing them. Don't be. All right? Don't be. we just got our contrast um, to add to these. Just like that. And we'll come over here and the tip up there. Okay. Now you're going to need an equally strong dark. I'll use red. What's left of the red? We'll put it right in here. And maybe a slight touch of that. I like that. Don't know if we have enough of it, but I'm going to try. Okay. A little touch of glycerin. You can make this a little transparent. It's fine. You just need contrast. Okay. We'll start right where we began, right here. And don't try to cover everything. You just need a nice strong contrast. Okay. And you'll see it. All right, just like you see it right now, right here on the bottom. Usually the leaf, the first leaf back there is going to be the one that's pretty much like the darkest. Okay. And you bring it right in there. Very, very strong contrast. You're not really getting rid of all that green. All right. And just a little touch of glycerin. Once again, you need this type of color just for contrast to bring them out. All right. Now this one here, let me put it where you guys see it. Actually, here, right here behind this rope, we'll play with this one. Just make it a little darker, like that. Right up in here, play around with some of that there. Okay, let's go downward. These three, right here. Okay. Now, they're a little bit underneath the other petals, so you can kind of take advantage of that. Okay. Even with this guy, bring it right up in there. Make them a little darker in contrast to the pot, the bowl, and the bottom of the leaf there. So maybe you want to bring some of that around on the light side, like that. Even this one, bring it around there a little bit. Have a little kiss the light side a little bit. All right. Okay. No problem, Mo. Just let me know. What's tomorrow? Saturday? Yeah, I'll be able to mail it out to you. Just like that. All right. I'm gonna go a little darker on that one that's far away like that. Right in between the petals here. Don't be scared to use that dark. Use it as effectively as you use the light. All right. Don't make me get Bob Rossi on you. In order for you to use the light, you must embrace the dark. Ah, shut up. But what he said was absolutely 100% correct, though. In order to show light, you need dark. In order for the dark to be deep, you need a bright light. So the yin and yang thing is actually true, no matter how corny it sounds. I'm using a little touch of yellow, white. Let's use some of this green. I'll call it welfare green. All right. Yeah, it's a new color, welfare green. Oh, you like the veins? See, now some people like them, some people don't. We'll start with these guys in here. The brush has to go directly vertical. Directly vertical. All right. The vertical you hold the brush, the more detailed, the thinner they get. Okay. Just like that. You come on the other side, add some love there too. Just like so. They make start off kind of bright, but wait till it dries. It kind of melts in. I always do the middle line first, middle vein, and then everything branches off from there. You got me? Sure you do. You know, it's funny. I did not start out as a floral painter. Um, I'm really late learning these, um, but I was so enthralled with the Gary Jenkins style of doing these, and that his style is the style I pretty much adapted. Not too much veining under here. I'll do a little bit on the lit side, not much on the dark side. It's pretty much in shadow there, so I'll leave that one alone, like that. All right. We'll play around a little bit with this one. We'll come in, it just disappears in there. All right, and then we'll kind of play around with a few like that in there. Maybe a little something coming out of the shadow like that. Okay, it's fun, you know. Just keep playing around with them. We got one more right up there. We got that guy. Just like so. You prefer the veins too, Larry? At one point in time, I've never did them with the veins ever. No, I seen Gary do a few with the veins, and a few other artists, floral artists, do them with the veins. And I decided to do a few with them. But yeah, the majority of my florals, I'm doing the one on the bottom. You guys aren't gonna see it. It's the last. It's the last one. So need more water. It's the last. That's why you guys don't see it. It's the last guy, and it's only gonna take a second. I'm almost done with it now. There. Okay. As I'm looking at this, I'll look at it total as a whole, and so will you. I'll pull back. Um, we can get actually. You'll see how wide it actually is once I let me pull back and get rid of the cameras. I'll straighten up here. You'll get a better drawing of it in a second or two. Like I said, this is kind of long, 18 inches high, and I'll try to get the whole thing in there for you. And it should be that should be somewhat all right. I'll focus it for you. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's pretty neat, actually. I got one more thing I'm going to do real quick. Don't be mad. I have to dig out a space. So give me 1 second. I don't have to add any other um, colors or anything. So this gets scraped away real fast. So bear with me 1 minute. Actually, I'm glad that I'm going to show you guys this. Okay, let's get rid of that. I don't know. I really don't. Well, I'll use this anyway. Okay, we get a little bit of glycerin, some black. Just a little touch. Mix it in there. Like that. Well, slight touch more glycerin. Okay, I'll pull this, even this brush, this beat down brush that I use for everything. I'll pull the glycerin this way. I still want it deeper here. All right, and it's dry enough for me to add it. I'll go narrow here on the bottom of the bowl. I'll go narrow, and it kind of spreads out pretty deep there like that. All right. Okay. Yeah, I did all of that just for that one swipe. Now, vegetable glycerin tends to spread as it dries. I'm drying off my brush very well because water cuts through this stuff like a hot knife through butter. And then what I'll do, I'll just very lightly. Can you guys see it? My head's not in the way. Okay. Glycerin is very maneuverable, so be careful. And just continue the circle. Now, when it dries, you're going to still see the striations and all that fun stuff. That you will see. I'm just getting rid of the little edge here. I can just rub it away with my finger. It's already smooths it right out. Also, getting glycerin expands when it's drying. So there. I just want it darker on one side, a little more darker on, more deeper on one side. All right, cool. I didn't ugly it up for you, did I, Mona? Is it all right? I'm gonna put my signature on it. Let's see if I can raise it up a little bit. Like, well, no, it's just easier for me to go back a little bit more. And be very careful. Now, as you see, it's altered a little bit. I'll just straighten it up, bring it back. I have to go in between there, and I'll just press the focus button one more time. All right. As usual, let me get rid of this. We'll say goodbye to that. And we're going to say goodbye to me. All right. All right. Let's go to camera one. Pow. There we are. All right. Okay. Let's take Mr. Big Black Metal frame. I'll show you what it looks like if it was framed up. It will look something like so. Okay. That's what she would look like. Minus the ring light there, but that's pretty much what it would look like. All right. That's what she looks like in a frame. Okay. I'll keep it there for a few. All right. Oh, let's see here. You got my email, don't you, Mona? If not, there, you can just contact me with that. All right. Thank you, Larry. Let's put my initials on this real quick here. Okay, I usually try initial on my lower left hand side. Usually, put it right there. And it's just a stylized version of my name and the date. So, all right. Can you believe it is the last month of 2022? Amazing. The older you get, the faster the years go by. I really believe that. Okay, let's peel tape off. Now, I do use watercolor paper because I do so many of these tutorials. It is just feasible for me to do it. It's double coated, double glued watercolor paper, so a little stiffer than me keeping to use canvas all the time. All right, there you go. All right. Yeah, I didn't start off. I started off doing mountains and lakes and waves and like everybody else. I got all of Bob Ross's painting videos. That's how I learned. Then I went from Bob Ross to Bill Alexander. I tried a few of them. Then what's his name? Um, he draws a lot of wildlife and stuff. He's really excellent um, artist, and I cannot, for the life of me, think of his name. I got a bunch of his books too. Um, and I started a little bit of everybody. Hello, Olivia. How are you? Welcome. Thank you, Tanzart. Appreciate it. But you guys know the deal. I'll take a picture of it. It'll be on Facebook in a few minutes. Uh, it'll be on Instagram. Now on Facebook, when you see it, like the other ones, if they're vertical like this, because it's 18 inches, you have to click on the photo to see the whole thing. The snowman is the same way. I just didn't write it down. I'll write it for this one. The snowman, you're not gonna see most of the painting until you click on it, and then it expands to see the whole thing. All right. So, but yeah, Frosty the Snowman was fun to paint. That was cool. I enjoyed it. It was kind of my thing. Bill Alexander. No, 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 no. It's another one. I studied Bob Ross. I got all 400 of his episodes. I studied Bill Alexander. Oh, what's the name of that other fella? Man, he's good too. His he still does his programs. Um, where he lives in Wisconsin somewhere. Um, I can't think of that man's name. Okay, sweetie, no problem. Well, guys, this one's gone. I wait a little while to varnish it, and 'cause once the glycerin solidifies and everything, then I'll varnish it by tomorrow morning. Actually, by about 3 in the morning, this will be dried and ready to roll. Um, I'm trying to think of the name. Jerry Arnell, that's his name. Jerry Arnell, extremely awesome painter. Um, that guy likes to use a lot well, he dulls out his colors, and he's a big fan of using dioxazine purple and orange. Okay, to gray out a lot of his stuff, and then he uses certain yellows and oranges for his incredible sunsets and sunrises and whatnot. But he does use a lot of that type of color palette. Okay, so yeah, yeah. No, Gary Jenkins is how I learned to do these. Even though we definitely have two different styles, but it's his technique that I really learned more than anything. You know, and I got quite a few of his stuff too. His wife is really ill. I know she went in for an operation. She should be home now, probably recovering. Hopefully, everything is well um, for her. So um, I hope she's doing well. I usually call them every once in a while. You know, they're 3 hours behind me, so it's still relatively quite early, even though it's 10:36 here. It's only 7:36 there. So appreciate it, Mona. Thank you. It's very odd because now that because this is actually purple, but it doesn't look purple because of all the blue that's surrounding it, and the black now looks gray. But that's what color does, you know. That is, and this is actually Windsor blue. This is the darker blue, but I put so much white in it. Okay, so um, yeah, it's fun to do. It's fun. I'll take a pretty decent picture of it, and I'll I'll put it up, show it, and everything. 3:35 a.m. in Ireland. My lord, it's good to see you, Olivia. It's been a minute. Yeah, I appreciate it too. Especially one day I'll tell you the story of how I met Gary. Very sweet, actually. Very nice. You know, my goodness, it's already Sunday in Perth. Oh, Tamsart, I didn't know you were in Australia. All right. Well, my buddy, what's his name? Ianapolis is in Perth, and I think he went live twice. I know he went live on Friday, which might be our Thursday. That's somebody texting me. Well, I gotta answer soon. Ian, yeah, Ian Harris. Um, yeah, he's from Perth, Australia. Yes, Mo, I am friends with Ian. Every once in a while, yeah, he'll give me a ring and we'll video chat. Yeah, I know him. Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes when he does a live Friday, if I'm not doing anything, I'll peek in and say hey. But he's usually doing his thing. But he'll see my text and he'll respond. But yeah, yeah. Me and him a video chat every once in a great bit. Yes, I do know Ian. Yeah, that's a cool cat, Ian. Nice guy. Yeah, we did a few lives together and all of that good stuff. Yeah, with social media, it's an extremely small world. Chrissy Campbell's art. Speak with her. You know, her and her hubby. I'm so happy she's coming back. You know, you want to talk about a laugh fest? Go to one of her lives. We just cut up and act a pure fool over there. Okay, guys, let me sign off here because I do got to answer this ring. Uh, okay, thank you, Mona. I'll be looking for your email. Let me get this thing ready and set. I'll take a picture if I got to make a thumbnail and all that good stuff. You guys know the deal. But thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday/Sunday out there in Australia, um, Ireland, England. I know people all over the place. I'm fortunate. I consider it a blessing, really, and I do thank everybody that for watching me. I've had my day full of watching paint pours and all of that. Sonya, get better. You get back to painting, and hope Bruce is feeling a little bit better. I know he's got a few people besides himself to take care of over there. So, you guys be safe. Have a great night. If I don't see you guys on Sunday, be safe. Enjoy yourself, and I shall see you when I see you. Good night.